Welcome back to my channel, guys. Apologies if any of you have a real phobia of clowns. I used to, but after this I was pretty numb to the fact. So if you're feeling pretty ballsy, then please keep watching. So we're going to be using liquid latex today, and this is exactly how I feel about that. We also use a range of Ben Nye products, so Scab Blood, Ben Nye Burns Wheels, Merrin Cream Blend Sticks, also the Ben Nye Dark Blood, baby powder, and some plastic spoons for our bones. I start out by normally sketching out my design, so I'm just creating some tears in the skin here. So I'm going to remove a large chunk from around my eye, around my mouth so my teeth are exposed, and take the top of the skin off my nose. And it's time for latex. Yuck. So put a bit in a bowl, and then I'm holding my forehead taut and then just applying the latex in layers. I think I did about 4 layers here, drying in between. And when you release the skin, you get this cool wrinkly texture. I also do the same technique for around my eye to bring out my crow's feet. And once I've done that, I build up the tears around my marked areas with liquid latex. So I put 1 layer on, wait for that to dry, and keep building and building until you have a nice edge there. Be sure to blend out the other edge of the latex onto your skin so you have a nice ramp there, and this will just help with the overall look, especially when we're colouring the latex. And then the really shit thing happened. I dropped the latex.
Oh no! Oh shit.
My mummy smells.
Look at
Hello. Joey. Joey.
Shit.
So after I attempted to clean the latex, yeah right, it's not going to happen, it's in my cup, it's there to stay, just don't tell my partner John. I mixed a bit of baby powder in with the latex to give it more of a paste-like texture, and then I just blended out the edges with additional latex on my finger. Once the latex is dried, I powdered everything with the baby powder so it wasn't tacky and easier to paint. And then I lifted up the inner edge of the latex so I can apply colour under it, and this makes it look more like a torn, fleshy, flappy bit of skin. I only lifted like a few mil. I didn't want to lift too much, otherwise it would lift the prosthetic too much and there wouldn't be much of a anchor for the rest of the latex. For the skin colour, I mixed together the cream blend sticks, green ochre, ivory and medium olive, and I get this real sick baby shit green colour, which is perfect for my zombie clown. I'm just applying this everywhere with a foundation brush, keeping the inside of my tears bare. I take that colour down the body and then I lightly blend it into the rest of my skin so we don't have any harsh edges for the colouring. I then apply some lines and contour with the darker cream blend stick. I then emphasise all of my little wrinkles, my crow's feet, forehead lines with a small detail brush and that same dark cream blend stick colour. Also give my little zombie clown a bag under his eye and some expression lines. Here I'm taking the Kryolan bruise wheel and just giving my eyes some real bruised, dark, sad, sacky kind of looking eyes, and then I'm stippling that same colour all over my face to give it a bit of texture. Then I take the Makeup Geek black eyeshadow in Corrupt to deepen my eye sockets and also my contour. I then do the same thing to my body using Corrupt. I really emphasise my collarbones, want this clown to look nice and skinny and sickly looking, and then where our collarbone is going to be exposed through that open tear, I contour around that as well. The zombie was looking far too pretty, so I decided to rip out some little holes using tweezers. Be careful not to pinch your actual skin, it hurts like a bitch. I then take the blistery orange colour from the Ben Nye Burns wheel to fill in the centre of each of those blisters. I wanted it to look more like a blister effect rather than a hole, so this colour does a perfect job for that. And then taking the black from that same wheel, I just use a tiny detail brush to pop a little bit of depth onto the outside of the blister. Now, because that tear around the mouth is supposed to look like the teeth are now exposed, I go in with a white water activated potty paint the teeth in first, and then I outline everything to create depth and a more realistic vibe. I then take the medium olive cream blend stick and apply that to the tops of the teeth and define each tooth with that also. Just gives it like a more of a decayed, filthy zombie look. And once I've done that, I paint the gums in using that same orange blister tone from the Ben Nye Burns wheel. And then to create some texture and depth in the gum line, I'm taking the red from the same Burns wheel and applying that to the tops of the teeth and then up through the roots. I highlight the teeth and the middle of the gums with the white cream paint. And then I take the Black Wolf water activated paint and I defined each of the teeth and then fill the whole inside of my mouth with that same black paint. I fill in the fleshy parts of my tears with the pink maroon colour from the Ben Nye Burns wheel. I'm just applying that with a flat brush. I then deepen my socket with the dark colour from the same wheel, and then around the outer edges and underneath the latex to create a little bit of depth. I gave my clown one eyebrow and I'm just using the Essence eyebrow pencil in brown and just roughly defining that. I then repeated the same eye tear process to all the other tears on my body using the same colours. I'm going to use my favourite stuff right now, the Ben Nye Fresh Scab Blood. I'm just applying that with a cotton tip all around the tears to make it look like it's been freshly torn. And for this look, the chunkier the better, so if you've got a big chunk of scab blood there, leave it. To give the inside of the tears some texture, I just stippled over the scab blood into all of those areas just using my finger. And then just repeat that same tear process with all the same colours and products. To create the neck bones, I just snapped the head off the spoon and tore that in half. And then I applied the latex paste on the inside of the spoon. And this is going to attach to the inside of my neck. These little bastards were sharp, so just be careful. And once you feel you have enough neck bones in there, take the handle of the spoon and that is going to create your collarbone. To stick this in place, I used additional liquid latex paste and then pushed it up into the flaps of the skin and it held it there nicely. And then I bloodied up the bones so they weren't so stark white and it looked a little bit more gory and natural. I'm using a mixture of the Ben Nye Scab Blood and the dark blood to create this look. Taking my stipple sponge, I stipple some of the dark blood around the edges to give like a splatter effect. And then just apply your most gorgeous wig. And then it wasn't looking clowny enough, so I just painted in a black diamond around my good eye with some black body paint by Wolf. Take some selfies to make sure that everything looks right and it's dramatic enough. And now you're ready to go pick up your child from daycare or pre-primary. Not really. I'm not going to lie though, I did think about it, but my child's a little bit desensitized. The other kids may have had an issue. If you guys like this tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want more gore, then let me know. Alright, that's me done for today, guys. Yeah, hope you like this, and I'll see you soon. Keep watching to see how not to remove latex.
Ow.